Restaurant Unstoppable. What the most successful restaurateurs know that you don't. I'm curious, like reflecting back, I mean, you don't have to like go through each of the 7 failures or the 7 attempts, but reflecting back at the early days when you were just getting started, and you started early, you were 19 years old. What was happening between the time you were 19 and say 2013 when you really started to get traction?
So I was like, I don't know how to say this, but like, I guess I was always pretty, like, from the outside looking in, I was always out of my mind, but like, I was just a really big dreamer. You know, I always had like really big dreams. I always thought I could do it, but there was like a couple parts of my game that I was missing. And when I look back at the times I failed, a lot of the times it was because I partnered, like my friend was my chef and like we would try to do it, but he wasn't cut out to be a businessman.
Yeah.
Like the ups and downs are just too stressful for people. And I had failed, dude, and I was going back and forth. I was like a club promoter. I was bartending. I was doing security. And but all the while, man, I was always close to like successful entrepreneurs or entrepreneurs that failed. I find that I learned a lot from a lot of the people who failed more. It was nice to be around winners, but damn, when you see somebody lose, it's almost like a traumatic event, you know, like when you see somebody fucking, like my buddy, I'll never forget when I was like 19, my buddy lost his pizzeria. I mean, that was horrible, traumatic, just to see like when businesses, like, especially now with like COVID-19, like, I don't know, like there's so many people who are scared to death of COVID-19, and it is scary, and COVID is horrible. People are dying. Yeah. But like I put like, and this is fucking crazy, but when like someone loses their restaurant, that's like fucking dying to me. Like, to me and my passion and like how much I love food and knowing what I know, like what goes into a restaurant, like, all right, yeah, some people fucking died. Legitimately, they died. But like, man, it's like, it's fucking, when people lose their business, man. And the thing is, so when you lose your business, right? When you're refinancing your home, when you're fucking pulling money out of every, you're doing everything in your power to stay in business, and then you don't make it. It's just like, dude, you lost your life. You're fucking in debt now. You can never get out of that hole.
I don't think people realize that the people who do make it in this industry, a lot of them have, you know, dedicated their entire lives to starting small and slowly scaling and getting bigger and bigger and bigger until they finally have this thing that's worth something. You have to, your heart has to go out to those people who have spent years, if not tens of years, you know, building something, and to lose it overnight. It's hard.
Yeah, that's why when people talk to me about business and they're like, "Oh man, COVID must be great for you," I'm like, "Dude, are you fucking serious, man?" Like, unfortunately,
I was curious,
like, COVID. Look, people are ordering, right? Well, Eat Clean Bro has always done really well. People always love the food. I'm a lunatic to just like keep people happy, exceed expectations, like constantly improve, try to keep it interesting, find new ways to better service people and just keep people's lives easier. But man, it is so uncomfortable when people want to talk like positive about COVID when there's so many. Dude, there's the restaurant industry is just being massacred, and it's sad, man. Like I actually scooped up a couple new chefs. I'm overstaffed. I don't need them, but I look at some of these people like damn, like these are like famous baseball players to me. You know, like when someone's a talented chef and they're out of work, I'm like, oh geez, dude, just fucking, we'll find something for you to do. Like, find a way to pay.
Well, I mean, I think that if you're in the position to do that right now, there's so much just human assets out there, you know, just people that by no, you know, fault of their own are without work, and you're scaling. I feel like now is the perfect time while people are out there looking for opportunity. Yeah. You know, like if you can scoop these dudes up and these gals up and give them opportunity, then why not? You know, and I think that's smart, even though you don't need it right now. Like, who knows 6 months from now, right, who's going to be left after, like, because there is going to be a ton of opportunity after this. I think that is the silver lining. I think there's a lot that needs to change with our industry, and I think hopefully that we look at this as an opportunity to do things better when we all kind of hit the ground running again. But back to your story with some of these failures, you mentioned early on that you had a business partner, and a lot of your challenges were with finding the right partner. What advice do you have when it comes to finding the right partner? And eventually you got a great partner who's now your wife, but we'll save that for later.
I'm against partners. I don't think it works.
Okay.
I think if you could do it without a partner, do it.
Isn't your wife a partner?
She is my wife, and we met back in 2014. So I am the owner of eClean Bro. She came along and helped me, and she is like technically, like, I don't know what the technicality is, but she came along and she really fucking helped me a lot. She put me first. She put eClean Bro first, and she really went for it with me.
She's the CEO of did I see that right? Or at one point?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is something that comes up a lot on the show. I think it's funny because it's whenever I hear that you can't do it without a partner, and that comes from somebody, they're usually married to the person that they're in business with, and they say that they couldn't do it without their significant other. I'm like, well, isn't that a partnership? Like, how is that not a partnership?
When like you're married to somebody, like, it's just different, man. Like, if
I'll take your word for it, because I don't know.
Like, put it this way, my wife. So, like, what makes it easy, right, is like, I think a lot of it comes down to like money. So, in the beginning of eClean Bro, like the real eClean Bro, there was positions where I had bought somebody out of an equity stake. There was like and I was taking a lot of risk.
It's 2013.
Yeah, the risk. The reason why I don't think it works with partners is because there was a lot of years where I had to sacrifice my income to make sure that the company had what it needed. So me and Kayla were together, we were boyfriend and girlfriend, and she, from day one, she was down to like sacrifice. And I feel like when you start to own a multi-million-dollar business, you know, most people want to go out and buy the fucking Range Rover. You know, that's the first thing they want to do. They want to get some crazy fucking car. And that's like the fucking dumbest thing you can do when you start making money, is buy that fucking car.
So what is the right thing? What did you, I mean, we're kind of getting ahead of ourselves, but I would like to know like what your strategy was when that money did start to come.
So my whole thing was always like better people, right? Your people make your business. So like, as important as I am or my wife is, like, at this point, dude, there's so many good people here that like, I mean, obviously like we matter, but there's just, it has always been invest in management, talent, equipment, technology. Those are like the four things that are like critical and evolving.
I can 100% get behind that. I always say two things determine your growth: cash flow and people, right? And those are the two things, because you need cash flow for the people, right? It really is what it comes down to. And you're only as good as the people that you attract onto yourself. So I 100% get behind that.